So I'm going to do a really quick introduction. So I'm going to show you guys 7 super simple ways to make money online. These are some of the best ways you can possibly imagine, and they sort of work together. And you can do this from your phone, you can use a computer, you can use a tablet. Most of these methods you can use on basically anything you want. And that's why I sort of emphasize that this is really about flexibility. If you want to work on your phone, you can. If you want to work on your laptop, you can. If you want to work on an iPad or whatever it is, you can. So these are also pretty much the easiest methods. It's all about simplicity. Okay, it's simple and easy. That's what you want it to be, and that's what these are. And you can get started today. You know, obviously I'm not making any guarantees here, but a lot of people do these things and start making money very quickly. So yeah, I'm super excited about this, and I really hope you are too. Let's continue. Number 1 is Slice the Pie, and I'll put a link to this in the description below, as well as all the other methods. So, do you like listening to music? Yep, a lot of people like listening to music. I love music. I live off of it. It's amazing, and I'm pretty much always on my headphones, so much so that my friends think it's annoying. But did you know that you can actually get paid for listening to music? And if you don't believe me, you should listen up. Forums project $200 per month or more from using Slice the Pie. So if you don't know what I'm talking about here, Slice the Pie is actually an application. It's also a website, so you can use it on basically any platform you want, and you literally get paid to listen to music. So all you have to do is listen to the music, then you write a very short review regarding that music, and you get paid. It's that simple, and it's really incredible. So let's take a quick look at Slice the Pie here. This is the website that you sort of see when you go to Slice the Pie. I think it's slicethepie.com, or it's the application itself. This is the website version. And I want you to notice a few very important things here. These are the things you want to watch out for when you either go to the website or go onto the application, although of course the application is going to look a little bit different. First of all, you see that Sign Up Now button right at the bottom middle. See that? Then you also see Get Paid for Your Opinion, and that's the great part about this. You literally just type your opinion about the music, and you get paid for it. And you also have a Refer a Friend button. Now, referring a friend is super important because you make money off of what they make. I think that's how it works. Actually, don't quote me on that, but you can make money if they sign up / they make money. It's one of those things. So it's a really cool system, and referring a friend is always a very positive thing you want to see on any business like this. And you also see that there's almost 32 million reviews submitted for Slice the Pie. It's a giant company. People love it. It's all over the internet, but a lot of people haven't seen it yet, so I want to sort of expose it to you guys. 32 million reviews submitted. It's absolutely incredible. And also $3.8 million earned, which is phenomenal. So $3.8 million served. You guys can pretty much see that this is awesome. So if you want to get paid, listen to music, Slice the Pie is the way to go. Swagbucks is number 2. This is the second thing I'm going to be talking about today. And Swagbucks allows you to get paid in multiple dimensions. You can be paid multiple ways. And also, guys, if you didn't know, Swagbucks is not only on the phone, but there's an application. There's an application, but there's also a website, and you can use that website on the tablet, on your phone, on your computer, whatever you want, and you can use the app on multiple devices. So another great multi-device system. And how you get paid? Well, there's essentially 4 different ways. First of all, you can answer these really simple, really easy surveys that take you barely any time to do whatsoever. But, you know, some people don't like revealing personal information or information at all, even if it's not personal. And that's fine, because there's a lot of other different ways. And these are just 4 of the biggest ways. So don't take this as a be-all, end-all, as in you can only make money through these ways. There are a lot of other ways. You can also watch videos, which is one of the best ways to make money online. One of the easiest ways, because that's all we do anyway. At least my generation is just watch videos all day. So, you know, you can get paid for doing that, which is pretty incredible. You can also download apps, which is a super simple way to make money. A lot of applications are actually completely based around downloading apps. So If that's something that you've done in the past, if that's something you're comfortable with, then that's another incredible way you can get paid by Swagbucks. You can also refer friends, and I talked about this in Slice the Pie. Referring friends is something that's incredibly important for businesses because that's how they get new customers. So if you see something that says refer a friend, usually, and not always, and don't take this as any sort of solid statement here, but usually, at least in my opinion, that is sort of a sign of a good business, or a business that trusts its customers to bring in new customers. Because if you use a system and you hate it, there's no point in referring a friend. You know what I mean? If someone's scamming you on some website, you're not going to refer anybody. And so there's no point to have a refer a friend button, right? But for systems that do, referring a friend is important. That's my reasoning. You may disagree with it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let's continue. Swagbucks is essentially for people who want to work on their phones. This is one of the best ways to work on your phones because it does offer an application. So yeah, money, phone, pretty simple, right? Why? Simple stuff like surveys and videos, like I talked before, right? You can answer surveys, you can do videos. These are some of the easiest things to do, and you can do them mobile. But don't let that fool you, because Swagbucks has paid out over $230 million in rewards. Remember how I talked about bigness is really important? I'm not even sure if bigness is a word. It's probably not. Size is really important. If a company is really big, if they've paid out $230 million in rewards, that means there's reviews online. That means there's sort of third-party verification from all the other people online that these things really work and really help people. So I think $230 million in rewards is pretty good justification for using this website or this application. Another incredible one is Fish for Money. Fish for Money is an app that I've talked about in the past a little bit, and it's one of my favorite money-making applications. It's an iPhone app that pays you to just play a fishing game. And if you didn't think it would be that simple, it literally is. It's super, super, super easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to again sort of give you a still digital representation of what this application is like. So let's look into it. And I know I love my blue arrows. They're going to be all over this presentation with my red arrows and occasionally my orange arrows. So just be aware. So this is sort of what the application looks like, and ignore that orange dot to the side over there. This is what the application looks like. So as you can see, it says you quote unquote just catch 1 million pounds of fish and you make money. So total pounds in this example was roughly 2/3 of a million, and every time you catch a fish you get a certain amount of pounds. In this case, the last catch is 145 pounds, and you literally just press those buttons on the left and right there and make money from doing that. It's a really, really easy way to do it. And you can see you have all these other options for making money with this. But the reason I love this application so much is, well, a few different reasons. First of all, let's talk about how it works though. You essentially get paid $15 once you get enough points, and you can get as many points as you want because you just have to keep on fishing. That's how you make the points, is just by fishing. So if you press the left button, remember we had the arrows on the left and the right, which essentially move your hook up and down. And once you catch a fish, you make money. So you just have to keep on fishing. You also get bigger fish. The fish get bigger the more you play, which means your jackpot gets bigger too. So every time you catch a fish, you make more money from it, which is very, very positive. So this is more points per fish, as I just said. And you can redeem your money and get paid once you reach the threshold. So they'll pay you $15, and that's exactly how it works. It's also a phone-based strategy for making money, and this is one of the strategies that I'm going to be talking about in this video that's pretty much purely phone-based. So, if you're looking to play this on the internet, like just on your computer or your tablet or something, I don't think that's really an option for you. I might be wrong, and you could talk to the creator of the application, but this is a phone-based strategy for making money. It's something that's more lackadaisical. It's something, you can just play on your phone and make money. It's a pretty cool system, right? And it's a super simple application. That's one of my favorite things about it, is it's very, very, very easy. So there you go. You know, the whole system here, the whole idea here, the concept of Fish for Money and money-making applications, and one of the reasons that I've talked about them so extensively, especially in past videos. All my videos in the past used to just be about apps because I loved apps because they're so simple, right? Sorry, I just had to include some more arrows. You know, you take your phone, you get money, and you buy things with it. It's a cool system, right? Literally this entire image I just created to flex with the arrows. So just letting you know. Okay, let's talk about the fourth method before I trip myself up here. The fourth method is Fiverr. And I've talked so much about Fiverr. I feel like people are starting to get bored about it, but I really want to emphasize why it's so important. I think Fiverr is essentially the lifeblood of the online business community, and I seriously mean that. It's the best system if you have a very, very specific skill. You know, if you want to be someone who goes on Fiverr to make money rather than to spend money. I'm an entrepreneur who goes on Fiverr to spend money. I buy from Fiverr all the time. I've placed thousands of orders on Fiverr. But Fiverr is the best system if you have a specific skill and you want to make money, okay? And you can leverage that skill. That's why I put skill in all caps. So some of the top skills, and what I mean by top is some of the easiest ones you can do to make money on Fiverr are writing. This can be, you know, creative writing, script writing. I get people to write for me all the time. I have multiple YouTube channels and I do websites, etc. So I have people who write for me and I consistently pay them to write for me, and they do creative writing, all different kinds of things. You can also do video testimonials, and this is something that not everybody's comfortable with, but it's very, very lucrative. So if you are comfortable with it, then it's an incredible way to make money online. It's super, super easy. Someone just hands you a script, says, here, read this. They get, you know, maybe have you test a product or look at a website, and boom, you're done. There's also SEO. So, you know, SEO is something else that you could argue to be the lifeblood of online money-making stuff. But SEO is really important. If you don't know what that is, it's search engine optimization. So if you search for something online, the first results that pop up are going to be the ones that that popped up because of SEO. Sorry, I got quickly distracted there. So yeah, SEO is super important. If you're good at it, you can leverage that as well. So essentially Fiverr works like this, and I've explained this before. You get paid to do a very, very simple service for someone. You know, it's trading online services. That's pretty much what it is. So you simply create an account, which you can do. This is the Fiverr website. So if you go to fiverr.com or if you go to the application, it's going to look sort of similar, probably a little bit different. But this is sort of how the Fiverr website looks. And as you can see, you know, it has the logo. It says, don't just dream, do. Blah, blah, blah. It's very entrepreneurial. It very much fits the mold of people who are looking to make money. You know, an intense looking person, explore the marketplace, all this, you know, really funny stuff. Get inspired to build your business. I find it funny, but I also take Fiverr very seriously, which I think you should do because it's an incredible system. Both for people who, like me, who spend a lot of money on Fiverr to develop stuff, and people potentially like you who can make a lot of money by doing those things on Fiverr, doing super simple, super easy stuff. So as you'll see here, you can just go to fiverr.com and press that join button in the top right corner, and you can join. It's free and easy. You can create your first gig. You don't have to pay anything, and you just get people to buy stuff from you. As long as you're good at it, boom. So as I said before, you go ahead and you simply create an account and you create your first gig, and you make it cheap and get your friends to order first. Although, you know, be covert and smart about this kind of stuff. Don't break any rules of Fiverr, okay? So I'm not, you know, saying you should go out and do this, but you know what I'm saying. Make it cheap and get your friends to order first. Promote your gig everywhere, man. You know, social media, etc. Find people who are in your space, in your niche, and promote your gig to them, because it's really, really important to get some initial exposure. You want to have that snowball effect, right? Where you roll a snowball down the mountain and it picks up speed, but it has to have that initial push. So make sure you get that. And use social media. Use Instagram, use Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr. Snapchat. I was about to not take Tumblr so seriously because that's dumb. But use all of these as much as you can because they're an incredible way to connect with people, to grow an audience. An audience is super important. You can leverage audience to make a lot of money, especially with things like this. So yeah, and you can just start making money, ! Now let's talk about number 5, and I almost did not include number 5 because I didn't want to make this video controversial in any sense. And so essentially what I came to the conclusion is what I should do is overview cryptocurrency because it is a very, very legitimate way that people have made money online and continue to currently. You can see I'm being pretty careful with my words right here. But I thought I should overview it because, ignorance is the worst. And so my take on cryptocurrency may not be the same as somebody else's, but I think I should share my 2 cents. The theme of cryptocurrency, or the model perhaps, is pretty simple. All you have to do is invest money into a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum. There's lots of these and my friends talk about them all the time. And you could potentially make returns. I bolded potentially and I made it red so you very clearly understand this. This is potential. This is not a guarantee of returns. And I certainly don't recommend, you sell your house or your car. That would be a really bad idea to just, invest in those. Probably a bad idea, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of risk involved here. And this is not an endorsement or recommendation of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Litecoin, any of these things. Okay, you are responsible for your money and your investments, whether they turn out good or bad. If someone online you see recommends this stuff, says, hey, I guarantee you'll make money by investing in Bitcoin, they're probably full of it, all right? In fact, they are full of it if they're saying, I guarantee you'll make money in Bitcoin, because to be honest, very few people know exactly what's going on, if anybody, so be careful. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of risk, be careful. That being said, Bitcoin is very, very, very interesting, at least to observe sort of from an objective point of view. And people have become millionaires through cryptocurrencies. You've got those twins or whatever. I think they actually became more than that, and we'll talk about them in a second. But people have become extremely wealthy through crypto. So there may be something there that a lot of people aren't seeing. That being said, a lot of people think it's a bubble. So who knows, do what you think is right. But there's also been billionaires. There's been billionaires created through cryptocurrencies. So there is at least some sort of weight behind it, some sort of understanding this is super popular and there's something there. You know what I mean? I don't know if it'll crash or not, but there's something there. As in Bitcoin. It's a thing. It's a big thing. Everybody knows that. And at least from my perspective, that deserves my attention. Maybe not anything else, but it deserves my attention. And there is no denying that it certainly seems like the future of money. I never really expected cash to continue for the next 100 years because it's not the way that the world's going. The world's going very digital. So it certainly does seem like the future of money, at least in my opinion. Digital money seems like the future, and new technologies supporting that money also seems like the future. And what I'm referring to there is blockchain. So if you don't know about that, you should not be investing in this because you haven't educated yourself. Go ahead and research this stuff. It's interesting stuff. I've done a little bit of research. It's interesting stuff. I'm done with cryptocurrencies. Let's talk about some more solid ways to make money online. Number 6 is Shopify. And I'm very much looking forward to talking about number 6 because I think Shopify is very, very important for a number of reasons. So to explain Shopify in a very, very simple way, you can have your own store, sort of like Amazon. I have friends who have Shopify accounts, who have Shopify stores, and they do this exact kind of thing. You can have your own store like Amazon. It sounds pretty cool. So what you do is you drop ship items. And if you don't know what drop shipping is, well, it's where you're essentially a retailer, but you're an online retailer. That's exactly what it is. And you can get this process automated. And sometimes it's not automated. If you do this completely from scratch, you don't know what you're doing, you might end up making yourself do a lot of hard work that you might not have to do otherwise. I would consult an expert for this kind of thing. And I will talk about that in just a moment, how you can get that expert immediately, all right? But you can get this process automated so you're making money day in, day out, not having to, do annoying stuff. And anytime I say automated, people end up looking like this. But what that essentially means is no shipping, no handling, no crap, all right? It's really simple stuff. You just have to get people to the store, and you can use that. You can do that through things like Facebook ads, Google AdWords, etc., and hope they buy the stuff, right? Well, no, that's not a great strategy. So how can I do it automated? I'm going to talk about the good strategy. Don't worry. How can I do it automated? Use AliExpress e-commerce website. So just Google AliExpress and learn about that, because you have to have your education if you're going to start one of these things. Or here's the other option, and this is the easy way out. Go get a job, save up for a week, and can you guess? Use Fiverr. Go buy something. Go request a service from somebody, all right? This is a lot easier than it sounds. This is the easy way to do it. Okay, go get a job at McDonald's and work for a week, and you'll have enough money to do this. Well, maybe, depending on how much you spend, okay? And we'll talk about it in just a moment. People on Fiverr, though, will set up your entire fully automated store for you. So you don't have to fulfill orders. Basically, you don't have to do anything except for spend money on ads, okay? The price range is roughly $50 to $1,000, depending on how beautiful and extensive you want your store to be. But I would be smart about how you spend your money if you plan to do this. And I'm not telling you should do this, but I'm saying this is an option here. And it's an option that I've bought Shopify stores and done this kind of thing. Trust me, it's the easy way to do it, okay? Price range is roughly $50 to $1,000, so be smart. And literally all you have to do is go to fiverr.com, and you see here, what service are you looking for? I'm looking for a Shopify store. Go ahead and enter that in and click that search button, and you're going to find tons of people who can make Shopify stores for you. You can sell anything. You can sell technology. You can sell shirts. You can sell mugs. You can sell whatever you want. Go ahead and target Facebook ads to people in that niche, okay? And make sure your revenue is greater than your cost for ads, and that equals profit. Pretty simple, right? Number 7, let's talk about YouTube, okay? YouTube, in my opinion, may be the best currently, if not one of the best ways to be an entrepreneur, okay? So if you want to be an online entrepreneur, YouTube is one of the best ways to do that. You can get a huge audience through YouTube, and it's very easy to track. Sometimes it's harder to track through websites, hosting, etc. YouTube is a solid platform, second biggest search engine. You can get a huge audience, and you can run ads on your videos and make money from that. It's very, very simple, okay? I do it. I have multiple channels. I run ads on most of my channels and make money from it. I think it's a fair system. YouTubers are creative and hardworking, and they deserve compensation. But they should be providing value too. So make sure you provide value and run ads and be happy about it. Not so fast, my friend. Is it really that easy? The question then becomes, how do you get a huge audience, right? Because I sort of took that for granted. You can get a huge audience, but it's very, very hard, okay? The way you do it, the way you get this initial audience is for a few things. First of all, you can use flashy titles and thumbnails. I'm pretty well known for doing this. The reason you clicked on this video is probably because you saw a flashy title and thumbnail, but I really hope you are learning a lot and getting a lot of value from this, especially if you're this far in the video. We're almost 25 minutes in. I really hope you're staying and enjoying yourself. You can also get consistent, good content, okay? If you can make consistent, good content, buy a good microphone, good camera, etc., make good stuff, and you'll start to develop an audience. Also, be patient, okay? It took me years before I had my first successful YouTube channel, okay? So you learn a lot along the way. Be patient. And also, you can just get features.